And welcome to another edition of Lab Rats. My name's Andy Walker.
I'm Chuck Carruthers.
And this is the show that demystifies technology. You know, we take all the weird words and techie things and... What are you doing?
Doing something related to the episode.
Okay, good. So today we're going to do technology Easter eggs. No, not the Easter Bunny version like his impression. That's just got that now. Is that your Easter Bunny impression? Nice, yeah. So do tell, Mr. Carruthers, what exactly is an Easter egg in technology terms?
Easter egg in technology terms is a hidden little feature that is put in there by the developers or the authors or whatever.
It's kind of little secrets that they kind of put in the back door.
Right. So a lot of people are familiar with the Easter eggs on DVDs where you find a hidden menu and a special feature in there.
Right.
Well, they put them into software too.
That's right. Very good. Okay, so today we're going to reveal some really cool Easter eggs. It's seasonal after all. The Easter Bunny is on his way.
I thought it wasn't about the Easter Bunny.
Well, it's not, but you know, we have to be thematic in some vague, strange, connected way. Anyway, let's take a break. When we come back, Easter eggs in technology. Today on
Lab Rats.
Well, before we get into the meat of this show, of course, I want to tell you about hover.com, where you can get amazing domains, and it's so easy. So, for example, if you wanted to get ilovelabrats.com, or eastereggsaresuperfun.com, or I don't know, all kinds of stuff like that, you can go to hover.com and get it, and we can even give you a discount, 10% with this coupon here on this here screen.
Is the coupon bunny slippers?
No, it's not. It's Lab Rats, but it could be. Anyway, oh, the other thing I want to mention before we get in is there's a little Easter egg in this episode.
There is?
Come on, Sean.
Where is it?
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, if I told you about it, it wouldn't be an Easter egg.
Oh, give them a hint at least.
There's something hidden on our set that may be useful to you.
Ah,
so
okay.
Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's get into Easter eggs. Technology and
right.
internet Easter eggs. And I'm going to start with a fun Easter egg over at Google. Google's got all kinds of really cool stuff hidden in their technologies.
Yes, sir.
So let me start by, so of course, you go to google.com, and you, if you speak English, it will display everything to you in English, right? Mm-hmm. But if you speak a foreign language, you click on Settings, click Search Settings, and you have a whole list of, right here, different languages that you could actually have Google speak to you in. So they have a couple of odd languages.
Like French.
Like French.
And technically speaking, if you spoke French, it wouldn't be a foreign language.
That's very true. So we do have, look here, this Elmer Fudd. You can make Google speak to you in Elmer Fudd ease.
Be very, very quiet.
Google
We're
search.
Google searching for rabbits.
I'm feeling wacky, right? So, there is Klingon Google.
Kapla.
Kapla. There you go. See? How do you say Google search in Klingon?
Google search.
Thank you very much. And of course, as a tribute to International Pirate Talking Day, they have Pirateese. So you can have Google talk to you like a pirate.
Arr, take me to the booty.
That's exactly it. Very nice, Sean. Now, I did notice, actually, I had done a little bit of research on this. There's one here, Bork, Bork, Bork. Is that a Muppets reference?
The Swedish Chef, probably.
So let's save preferences and just have a quick look at this here. Google searchy. I'm feeling lucky. Bork, bork, bork. There you go. So there you go. So it's a nasty variation of Muppet Swedish, I guess.
Muppet Swedish.
Nasty. So there you go. That's my the first couple. Now you got something coming up right here.
I got a couple. So one of Google's other technologies that's available for download for both Mac and the PC is Google Earth. Now you've probably used Google Earth to look around, see various landmarks, zoom in on the maps. You've looked at your house on Google Earth. Well, there's a couple of things that are hidden in it. So we're looking at downtown Toronto from the lake right here. But did you know that if you hit Command Option A on the Mac or Control Option A,
Yes.
or Control Alt A on the PC,
Yes.
you go into flight simulator mode.
Ooh.
So it'll allow you to pick an aircraft and allow you to pick an airport or your current view. And you can start flight. And now we're flying using our cursors. Now, the unfortunate thing about this is we've got it leveled off pretty nicely right now, but if you start turning this, it becomes a real pain. You can spiral out of control really quickly. So I think rather than crash into the island airport, I'm going to hit Command Alt A and come back out of this again.
That's cool.
So, but you can play around with that. It's hard to use, but it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. That's great.
So there's another thing in Google Earth that I found, And it's funny, this is Google Earth, but Google Earth also has a few other things. And if you go over to here, you can actually switch to sky mode, the moon, because it's mapped the moon, or Mars. So
Mars.
you can go to Mars.
Okay,
so if you load up Mars, there you go. And just like with Google Earth, you can actually search for things and fly to them. So we're going to say the face in, the face on Mars.
Yes.
And so it's a landmark formation on there that
like
from
face.
Earth, it looks a little bit like a face. So
Yeah.
it's going to zoom into the face on Mars here. Yeah. And if you go in here, you'll notice there's another landmark here beside it called Meliza.
Okay.
And if you click on Meliza, it opens up a little chat window.
Huh.
And you're now chatting with
The face
a
of
Martian version of Eliza. Greetings, Earthling. Who's there? It's Andy Walker. So Meliza is typing, and she says, "Is this a test?" No. So you can have these long conversations with this bot. Are you saying no just to be negative? If you've played Eliza, you'll recognize a lot of this.
It's like I'm talking to Matt Harris, our producer.
Hey! Next one, move on!
All right, so that's the other one I've got. So you've got one in
I got
Google
one too.
Earth
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. I mean, there's lots of little Google Earth Easter eggs kicking around. The one I kind of came across that I thought was kind of cool is if we go to Google Earth and open it up, you can actually see a bridge that spans Pennsylvania and New Jersey, I think it is. And I'm going to zoom in here, and what's flying across this bridge is the Blues Brothers cop car from the movie. Do you remember the Blues Brothers cop car?
Uh-huh.
Right? So let's just zoom in right here, and there you go. There's the car flying over that bridge there. That's just kind of fun. And obviously, people have turned on 3D buildings.
Mm-hmm.
They've actually built actual buildings in Google Earth. And actually, you have to turn on, down here it says 3D buildings. You have to turn that on to actually see this.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll put that in the show notes, a link to this so you can get to that.
There's apparently recently one in Australia at the Sydney Opera House as well, where you could see a statue of Steve Irwin, the
Yes, Crocodile Hunter.
crocodile hunter. So apparently that's just been removed. We
has,
tried
yeah.
looking for it, so we can't find it anymore.
We did.
But I have seen it in there.
Right. Good.
So, all right.
Okay, good. What else? What else? Let's see if we've got anything else here.
Yep.
Oh, you have a bunch of Photoshop tips, right?
I have Photoshop tips, yeah. So there's something that you can do in CS3. CS4 doesn't have a whole lot in it. I'll fire that up and show you one quick thing. But there's a tip that you can do in CS3. So if you are stuck with the previous version of it and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I wish I had the newest one. Well, you actually have an Easter egg that you can show off to people and still feel good about having this one. Right. Whenever you click on About Photoshop, you get this long list of names, people that have worked on it. So not particularly compelling, all right? So click on that to get rid of it. If you hold down a special control key here, you hold down Control or Command. So if you're on PC, hit Control. On the Mac, hit Command. Go back there while you're holding that and click About. On CS4, you get this Stonehenge version of the About screen. Now on CS3, it's a little bit more interesting. There's none of this in CS4. So on CS3, when you do that, you get the red pill version, like in the Matrix.
Right, yeah.
And you'll see in the corner of the red pill, you'll see a little cat, a cartoon cat.
Uh-huh.
All right? Now the fun doesn't end there.
Okay.
So if you screen grab that, load it back into Photoshop as a screen grab and start playing with the levels, when you adjust the levels all the way to the left, you see a little tribute to Bruce Fraser, who is one of the people that worked on Photoshop in the past, and he died in 2006. So that's hidden as a little Easter egg tribute to him.
Got it. Yeah.
If you slide it all the way to the other side of the levels, you've got a little tribute to the person that wrote the About thing to their cats and their grandma, and that pops up on the other side.
Right.
All right, so that's two things. So the other thing about CS3 that's also hidden in there, and this one appears to be gone in CS4 as well, I believe, is when you are in an image, you go over to the layers, go into the menu option at the top right of the layers, hold down your Alt key when you're going down to this, go down all the way to Palette Options, and let go, and you'll get a secret little message from Merlin.
Merlin?
Merlin the Magician.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and to get rid of it, you just hit Be Gone. There you go.
It's a little geeky.
It is a bit geeky, but for anyone that's out there and
Photoshop
using
geeks will
CS3,
love these.
Photoshop geeks will love it.
For this, absolutely, it's good. Okay, and I want you to. You have some Emacs stuff as well. I think we should do that as well right here.
Yeah. So built into the terminal on the Mac, so we've got our terminal here. And Emacs is a basic text editor. So we're going to open it up. OK, and so it's basically editing text. We can type whatever we want. But we want to escape in this case. Escape X. This puts us into command mode. So we're going to type doctor. And now we've got, I am the psychotherapist. Please describe your problems. I am working with a big boob. Why do you say you're working with a big boob? Because he's right beside me. Is it because he's right beside you that you came to me? Again, this is Eliza, and it's built into here for free. So you can spend hours playing around with this if you really...
Eliza's some AI chat bot thing?
An AI chatbot that's been around for years and years and years. So that's one thing. So we're going to escape out of there and go back into Emacs and hit escape and X. And now this one's a bit more fun. Type Tetris, and now you've got a version of Tetris that you can play around. So change them around, hit space to drop the bars, and your cursors just basically spin them into place.
Nice.
And away you go.
That's very cool. All right.
It's fully functional.
Well, so to dueling your Mac PC, I want to show you one final Easter egg for Windows 7. However, there is a little commentary here on this, and that is that, in the past, we've had Windows 95 and 98, and XP have all had little Easter eggs hidden in them. Excel at one point had a video game built into it.
It was a driving game.
It was a driving game, exactly. Windows 7 is kind of austere. There's absolutely almost no Easter eggs. In fact, the one Easter egg I'm going to show you isn't really an Easter egg. It was just kind of a function they built in to Windows 7 to make it easier when they developed it.
Do you think they're not there, or that people just haven't found them yet?
Could be that they're hidden. So in fact, if you know of a Windows 7 Easter egg, send it in, because we'll include it in a future mailbag. It's worthwhile. But there's nothing really substantially published on the internet. Nobody seemed to have found any. Maybe Microsoft's getting really serious about the enterprise version of these products, and they don't want to sort of sully them in any kind of way.
Maybe they just needed to remove them to remove the blow to the operating system or something.
That could be it. That's exactly what's going on there. Okay, so this is called God Mode, and this is something to actually see all the functionality in Control Panel.
So you get to do everything you do without blue screening ever?
Something like that, yeah, exactly. So God Mode you're going to create a folder. I'm going to right-click here on the desktop, and I'm going to create a folder. And so it's called New Folder, but I'm going to change its name to God Mode dot and a whole bunch of gobbledygook, which is actually a registry reference, an address. So command, hit enter. Now you get an icon. That's actually the control panel. When you double-click and open this thing, you actually get access to all the different tools and features inside of the control panel listed. So it's really, really quick to access it. So as opposed to having to go into control panel, dig into it, or use the search mode to find it, you can actually get a direct link to it.
So there's nothing new here. It's just all in one big control panel.
All in one big control panel. It's all listed nicely and easy to find. It really was designed by the developers to help them quickly access it as they were developing Windows 7.
So why wouldn't they make this a regular feature? Sounds useful.
It does, doesn't it? I don't know.
Maybe it's so that people wouldn't doink around with it and wreck their machine.
Could be. Anyway, so that's about the one exciting thing in Windows 7 from an Easter egg perspective.
It's not like God Mode in Doom or something like that. That's more fun.
That's true. All right, so let's take a break, and when we come back, Sean's actually going to have a couple of Firefox tips,
A couple of really quick ones, yeah.
Right. So quick Firefox tips, well, not tips, but Easter eggs. But first, a message from our sponsor after this. All right, so Sean's got a couple of quick Firefox or Easter eggs.
Yeah, plus a bonus one, too. So one of the fun things on the Mac is that when you're minimizing and maximizing, I have to maximize my Firefox. So I'll show you this one. If you hold down Shift when you're minimizing or maximizing, it does it in slow motion. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it just...
Maybe if you have a bit of a headache.
Yeah, or you're tired of everything just sort of popping up quickly so that you can get to your work. All right.
Could be okay.
All right, so one of the things that you see in Firefox every so often is about : and then something. So you can find some functions in there, some information. And there's a couple of them that are there that are kind of fun. So one of them is about, and then you'll hit Mozilla, and you'll get a chapter from the book of Mozilla. So that's one hidden feature in there. So take a look for that for yourself. The other one is about robots. All right, and you type that, and it says, "Welcome, humans. We have come to visit you in peace and with goodwill." And it's got 4 little, they're kind of like Easter eggs here, too. 4 little quotes about robots. Robots may not injure a human being. That's from iRobot. Yeah. Robots have seen things you people wouldn't believe. Blade Runner. Yeah. Robots are your plastic pal who's fun to be with. Hitchhiker's Guide. And robots have shiny metal posteriors which should not be bitten. That's Futurama. And they have a plan, which is a little Battlestar Galactica Easter egg as well. So there you go.
Very nice. There you go, Firefox Easter eggs. All right, if you're not fed up with Easter eggs by now, we got more for you. Here's a clip from a Butterscotch show called Sweet Stuff, Web 2.0 with Stacey Reed. She's going to show you a few more Google Easter eggs, as well as some we've already shown you.
Welcome on deck. I'm Matt Harris.
Hi, I'm Jay Goldman.
Welcome to the A-List.
Hi, welcome to Miss Download.
So with Google's search engine open, let's kick things off by typing in the words answer to life, the universe, and everything. And then hit enter. And if you're a fan of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, you'll already know what Google knows. The answer is 42.
All right, it's picture time.
It is
We
picture
have
time.
a couple pictures from our friends out there in Lab Rats Land.
And in Easterland. So first of all, we have one from Josiah, who has sent us their desktop. And there's an Easter egg right in the middle. Is it just that I am insane? Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
So there you go. Maybe there's some other Easter eggs in there too. So if you see one, write into us, and we'll say we don't know what they are.
Any interesting applications there?
Paw prints. Maybe that's the bunny. All right.
Okay.
The next, we have a photograph from Jan in England, who is drumming along to the Lab Rats theme, no doubt.
Apparently has Satan eyes.
Satan eyes. Red eye reduction is necessary. That's an Easter egg that wasn't in,
Cool
Jan's
picture.
program. So very good.
Good stuff. All right, that's
And
it.
That's it for today.
Well, if you would like to send your pictures to Picture Time here at Lab Rats, you can email it to.
Hop along like a fluffy little bunny and be Andy's best friend and wear Andy's bunny slippers at labrats.tv.
If you can't spell that more simply,
Who couldn't spell that? That was easy. Come on. Feedback at labrats.tv.
thank you so much. All right, don't forget show notes at butterscotch.com to list all of these super fabulous Easter eggs so you can get to them quickly. And I think also don't forget we've got dozens and dozens, in fact hundreds, thousands of other shows, technology shows, Miss Download, Mr. Mobile, Sexy Tech, all kinds of stuff on butterscotch.com. So be sure to visit us on the web, check out other shows that we do.
Yes.
Final thoughts?
I like Easter.
Yeah, I know you do.
I like eating a lot of chocolate bunnies. I bite their head off. Anyways, let's not go into my problems.
All right. Thanks so much for watching this week. We'd be foolish to be here, and Sean would be foolish to be eating Easter eggs if you guys weren't out there watching us.
It's never foolish to eat Easter eggs.
My name's Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
We'll see you next time.
Are you ready? Try this at home.
So there's one thing you can do when you're holding, or when you're going to Photoshop about Photoshop. Generally, that's getting a phone call. Is that an Easter egg?
Somebody's calling me.
So when you do about
It's
Photoshop,
my mother, and she wants to know what the Easter eggs are. And she subscribes to Playboy, and she wants to see if there's an Easter Bunny Playboy Easter eggs.
your mom subscribes to Playboy? That's just weird. All right, so